Hello, happy Monday. Let me fix you up here. First, my disclaimer. In no way, shape, or form am I sponsored, endorsed, or ambassador by any of the products or the companies which I speak about. I speak about them solely out of the goodness of my heart. I share them with you, my YouTube community, who I also consider my faraway friends. In no way am I affiliated with any content creator, vlogger, or blogger of any kind. Okay, let's get to table talk here. I like Tinkerella's table talk. I like that. I don't know. I kind of made that up. Okay, I'm claiming it. Anyhow, again, happy Monday. I don't like the way this picture is shifting here. Let me shift yours over here. Anyhow, yes, it is Monday. It's the start of a new week. I'm going to be going out later to do some real adulting. Yeah, this has got nothing to do with Disney. I have to get dressed. I have to put makeup on. I have to, fix and beautify myself. So I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully I'll have a video as far as the day went. I'll probably do that. We'll see. Anyhow, but moving on from that, is anybody collecting these? I don't collect the bottles, any of these Star Wars bottles. I know I spoke about them before. I did that little Star Wars video that you guys will see on my YouTube video, on my channel, on the shorts. It's cute. I like it. But I'm collecting these now. The thing is that everybody collects bottles. These things are on friggin' eBay. Do you really need to have these on eBay? Okay, I think there's a collection of 6, and I think I'm missing 1, but it's okay. My husband grabbed 2 of them the other night when we had the pizza night. He didn't even know what he was grabbing. He came home with the bottles. I went, oh, good, I don't have these 2. He said, what, 2 bottles of soda? I said, no, what's on the soda? So this is, I want to say this is Lando. Is that Lando? Yes. Anyhow, how I've been collecting them is, I'm not going to save the bottles. Let's not get crazy here. Not saving the bottles, but what I am doing is saving the labels. And I've taken the labels and just putting them on the piece of paper. Because what I want to do is I want to put them in my possible scrapbook there. Anyway, the scrapbook that I haven't updated since 2015, I think. Anyhow, so these are what's on them. Sorry for the glare. Sorry for the shake-up. And that's what's on the bottles. And then I have these. I think I have a double. Yeah, I know. I have a double. So, so far, I think there's 6. Bleh. I think there's 6 bottles. Come on. Yes, son of a... I think there's 6 bottles to note. I'm going to get you. Okay. There's 6 bottles, but I think I have a double. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with the labels. I think it's nice. So I'm going to have to take this label off and add onto here because I don't have him. But anyway... And that's my collection. I don't collect things. I collect things in a more weirder way, but it works for me because it's easier to store. I'm not going to store 6 or 8 bottles. I'm not going to do it. That's stupid. It's an empty bottle. Now, what I wanted to do a few years ago in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I had the Coca-Cola bottles, the special bottles. With the different language on them and everything. And unfortunately, the airport wouldn't allow me to do this, so I had to chuck them. They were empty bottles. I mean, they weren't liquid, but the guy says no. He says because, if you pack them when they go through the metal detector, it literally looks like a grenade. That's what he told me. But now I think you can actually do that. Whatever, I'm over it now. You see, you made me throw the bottle away. I'm over. The hype is done with me. I moved on. So now, you know what? I probably don't want the friggin' bottle anymore. So I haven't went crazy. Even the second time when I went down there, I says, no, I'm not carrying it. That's it. So I threw that bottle in the garbage after I drank it. What a shame. But I do have a picture of me holding the bottle, which is not the same as actually owning it. Okay, moving on. The weekend was nice. Did what I had to do here. I got real lazy yesterday and decided to not clean what I was supposed to clean. So I think I could get away with it for another few days. No big deal. What else? Okay. I'm going to post, see if I'm going to post something. Now, I don't know if you're going to see this in the beginning of the video or at the end of the video. So, but I'm mentioning it now. And I'm going to burst some Mickey ears here, as I will. Because it wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. Listen, I am all for not knowing certain things. I am. Or if I do know it, I would not probably spill it on to somebody else, but you know what? This is my channel, and I feel the need to say something, especially when I see shit that actually bothers me, and I don't like it at all, okay? Ruining the magic, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, bursting your Mickey ears, but it is what I feel that needs to be said. I don't know if you guys knew about it. I don't know how I would feel being a former cast member 20 some odd years ago, which is what I was for a little bit of a time, but I don't know if I would want to know half the things that I know now. And then again, I think to myself, well, that was a different time, maybe if you did know it back then, okay? I didn't have social media back then. I wasn't doing the social media. I had a phone that didn't take any pictures. I had a paper phone. Not a paper phone, but putting minutes on the phone each week. That's what I used to do. And I used to pay per month. So I would put like $60 or $70 down, and I would get a certain amount of minutes per month. And I was working and everything, but that was just fine for me. You know, I was very more of a simple thing back then. Could I do that today? Yeah, they do still have those type of phones where you can add your minutes on. Yeah, I could probably still do it. And those phones actually do take pictures now and everything. Okay. So I'll probably be in the AARP club soon with the jitterbug phone. Don't laugh. I was looking at that phone. I think it's cute. It's cute for people. I could imagine my own mother using that phone, you know. How do you work this? And, you know, me being called every time and wasting her minutes just calling me, asking me how to use her phone. That I could just picture that, you know. But again, it was a different time back then. So I just wonder how my parents would feel about things that are happening today and the news that's happening today and social life that's happening. You know, I always wonder about that because, you know, time stops for people who pass on. It's a hell of a thing to think about, but yeah, I think about those things, you know. It's like their time stops, and it's our memories stop with them. You know, we can't go past a certain point, but it always makes me wonder how they would have felt or what they would have said, you know, or their reactions would be. It's just something that I think about. Anyhow, moving on from that, I'm going to see again if I could post a picture of what I have seen. Now, if you're a cast member, you would probably know. When you know, you know. I was a cast member years ago, over 20 years ago, but I didn't know a lot of the things that have been going on because that was not my time. The thing is that the shit that I have seen, oh, what these eyes have seen. Should someone have filmed it? I've seen it on another YouTube video. But what attracted me to look for a certain YouTube video is what somebody else on another YouTube video had said and brought it to my attention. I had a light bulb moment. And I was watching a content creator vlogger doing food reviews, as everybody now does food reviews down there. Even if they didn't do food reviews, they're now doing it because basically they got nothing else down there to do. Okay? So doing that, it brought it to my mind of what this person had said. She was doing a food review on a specific food. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't want to mention nothing, but if you know, again, if you know, you know. Okay? Please don't say it. Just know it. You'll know what I'm talking about. I was watching the content creator. She was doing a thing on food. And the thing is, they held up the plate and they specified where they have seen these, where they have seen this article, this item of food before. And they tell you that it looks like a certain item of food that they can easily get somewhere else. And where they had gotten it somewhere else, put the bulb on in my head. And I went to do a YouTube video search. I found certain things just by typing it in the title. Bang, it comes up. And I was like, okay, fine. And I watched 2 different videos from 2 different people. And they both showed you. I understand that cast members get to shop at a certain place. We get that. I would have loved it. Okay. I used to shop every week even at my Disney store, I would go back to my Disney store and actually shop because we all got 20% discount. Okay. Some of the other employees got 35%. I think the leads and the managers, they all got 35%. But anyhow, I had a ball with my 20% discount. But anyway, this place is on, is near Disney property down in Orlando, and they get to shop there. Not only do they get discounts, but they can use their employee discounts as well. And that's nice. That's a nice thing. But what I have seen is the food in the parks. Now, if you've seen what I've seen, you would probably think twice. Yeah. A frozen bag of this stuff, I can easily just buy at the supermarket. It probably is, but what I seen in the video is frozen freezers in the store where cast members could get to shop. I'm not saying too much. You guys put it together. You'll know. You guys are smart people out there. You'll know. I seen freezes and mountains of this stuff, and I'm going, wow. So that's basically, now I don't know if the parks order it, the company orders it for the park, and then whatever is left over goes to this store, or they just order it and they just distribute it to the parks, distribute it here. You get some, the parks get some, the store gets some, and there are mountains of these things. And it's it's how it looks to me that is not too enticing. To where I see there's no name brand bags, I know that. And the flat round discs, I'm thinking are pizzas. Okay, and there were stacks of the flat round discs. I'm just going to call it that. Pizza, whatever, say whatever you will. But the other things were chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, as they call them. I call them chicken nuggets, doesn't matter. Yeah. And I don't know if I saw the tater tots, as they call barrel potatoes. Listen, you could disguise the name all you want. They're freaking tater tots. I'm not crazy about it because I like the old hash browns and the other potatoes. But even they are starting to serve this now. They're not starting to. They have been serving tater tots for breakfast at the parks. And it just, to me, even in the food courts. And tater tots to me are a snack, not part of a meal, especially for the price you're paying for. Now, what I seen in the freezes, I went, oh, okay. So this is what's being served in the parks and at the food courts and at probably even some restaurants. Okay. So this person that's on the YouTube video I caught the attention to that, and I did my research and I went, wow, okay. I mean, obviously I know the food's got to come from somewhere. We know that. But it is how it is. It is how it is distributed that I'm just not liking. Okay. So, what these eyes have seen, But yeah, I would like to post a photo or a still shot in this video of what that would entail. Draw your own conclusions. Take it with how many grains of salt you want. I know food is food. But to me, it's just how the food is presented that it just wasn't kicking with me. I mean, the next time I go there, whenever that would be, and if, my husband and I like this particular food, we actually eat it as a children's quick service meal. There's another hint for you. And we just, snack on it. I wouldn't do it as a full meal, but I know people that do. It is also served in the Oriental food that's down there. This is where the content creator vlogger had ordered a plate of the Oriental food. And that's where she went into the little story of these look like the so-and-so and so-and-sos that we get at the so-and-so and so-and-so place. This is probably the same thing. And then they just mixed the flavor in, the sauce in. I went, oh God. Okay. All right. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. That's my point. And I'm like, okay, I can't unsee it. So again, I mean, food is food. It comes from somewhere. We know that. But it's how, like I said, the distributing problem is, I mean, I know the churros years ago, and I'm going to mention the churros. I think they are Tito Pepe Tito Pepe churros. And those you were actually able to get at Walmart. Tito Pepe churros. As a matter of fact, I even think Amazon has them. Tito Pepe churros. I like saying the word Tito Pepe churros. And I had a still shot picture of that a few years back to where they were distributing the cases and setting up the outside food carts at the park. Tito Pepe churros. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So these things are not miraculously freshly made. You guys know that already. They're not made on the premises. As a matter of fact, also, this person did another food vlog video, and they just ate at a very prestigious restaurant. People were killing themselves to get into this friggin' restaurant, and then they took away certain things. She was sitting in this restaurant, and I was watching the videos yesterday. This is probably why I actually stopped doing what I was doing. See, I get involved in other things. I don't, you know, when I shut the vacuum off and I go sit down, they tell you never to sit down for 5 minutes because you ain't going to get back up. True story, folks. Anyway, so she also had a plate of food to where it involved mashed potatoes. Now, they claim she opted out of a certain other potato, but she wanted the garlic mashed potatoes. But these, as she described them, were gritty. She said they were very textured. They were very gritty. Kind of almost like a sandiness. And I figured it out right away. I says, those ain't even fresh potatoes, honey. Those are powdered. Those are powdered potatoes. Probably from a box. Disney is getting very lazy with their food. You know, and another thing is that she claimed, you know, for a very prestigious kind of restaurant, you know, they're kind of rushing you. And they gave her bread, and I thought this was funny. I mean, I don't know if they got it from the local bakery down the street. Who the hell knows? But they gave her the package of bread with the bread, the baguette bread, in the actual package. And they just plopped it on the table. I thought that was funny. I was like, and this is what you're paying for. Okay, this was a prefixed meal that you get to pick one entree, you get to pick one dessert, you get any. She didn't even like the dessert. The dessert sucked. The dessert that came out kind of had, you know, the outer layer. It wasn't even like a fondant layer. It was more like it looked like a freaking crayon melted. And, you know, you just broke the piece. So it looked like a melted crayon that was frozen back together. That's the impression I got. So there's my review on that one. I don't even have to be down there. I just seen the shit. And I went, wow. But the food, you're paying a lot of money. Paying a lot of money. I'd rather eat at McDonald's. Okay? My husband, this is why we really don't eat in restaurants on property. The only thing that we will do is eat at Cinderella's Royal Table. And we already know the deal about that food. And even that, like I said, I think I told you, I took a before and after picture from, I think it was like a year or a 2 year span. I think it was before the pandemic and after the pandemic. You will see the difference in the food. You will see that. I even think, you know, like I said, talking about eggs, they were not freshly scrambled. I believe that they're powdered eggs. Okay, you just know the taste of eggs. You just know the difference in the food. So that's worrisome. And you guys are paying all that money. So yeah, I know a little bit more now than what I should have known, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because I think that people should know what they are actually paying for. Even though you could probably buy it as a kid's meal, it's not the fact that now your kid is eating these meals. Your kid is eating this food. It just does not look enticing, especially where you now know where it comes from or how it looks before it winds up on the friggin' plate. Woo! Anyway, just getting down with that was something. Really was. Anyway. Did I show you guys this? I want to show you this. I've been going through some of my stuff for my, let me get up a minute. I was going through some of this stuff for my, scrapbooking, and I save papers over the years. I have saved envelopes, you know, I have saved baggies, large Ziploc baggies full of stuff. And I don't know if I showed you. One of the things is, I don't know the year this is. I think this is, yeah, the year 2000. Okay, the year 2000, the millennial, I was there, millennial celebration. I have the pin, the special pin, millennial celebration. I was there, year 2000. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, this is one of the Disney World guide maps. And Alexa, put the light on.
Okay.
Let me see if I could get a little bit more light in here. And it is really cool because it shows you all the water parks, okay? It's like something so special to me because I was at all the water parks, including River Country. And I always wanted another guide map thing to River Country. And this here, I want to say that I was showing, this is the actual map of, I am so sorry for the glare, folks. You know what? I'm going to put this light on because this is like ridiculous. Hopefully I can get something. Alexa, shut the light off.
Okay.
I don't need lights on all over the place. So this was the actual guide map of what River Country looked like, Blizzard Beach, and Typhoon Lagoon. Yes, all three water parks were in working condition back then. Yes, yes, yes. And I just think it's so cool. I really do. This is Blizzard Beach, blah, 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 blah. And I have one of these framed in my bathroom, Blizzard Beach. I think I have the... I like to do that. I like to do water, what do you call it? Water things in the bathroom. I do. It's water subjects. I think they belong in the bathroom. Like if I had a nice picture of Splash Mountain, I would probably put that in. But anyway, it was nice to see they had the old pictures of River Country. And I don't know if I showed you any of those, but this is what it, and I finally have a map to River Country. Now, the thing is I don't think I have another map like this, because if I did, this River Country would probably, the picture would be flattened more and probably framed. But I don't have another guide map like this. I could probably get one off of eBay. eBay has everything. If you want all your memories back, just go to eBay. So this would be the River Country. I think it was so cool just to have it. But what I also found in my archives, I'm trying to get the, what I've also found in my archives here, we know that that's the opening, the opening day of Disneyland, but is also from August 15th, 1995. Yeah, I go back that far. Is It's a Blizzard was the title of my New York Post newspaper. As you can see, it's like really yellow, but it is about opening day at Blizzard Beach. So this was it. This is the actual article. So this is also something for me for my scrapbook. But I need to take better care of this. So again, folks, sorry about that cut. My phone ran out of room. I have no idea what it's doing. I get rid of everything and it still shows that. So anyway, this is from August 15, 1995, the opening day of Blizzard Beach. Just wanted to show you how much that I collect things and keep them in my memories. And this was shoved into this book. So I'm going to put this back right now. I'm going to keep this out because it's going to remind me to put it somewhere better. Anyhow, I will talk to you soon. And again, happy Monday. Whatever you're doing, do it safely out there. Love to all. If anything interesting pops up, which I hope it does, but we will see, so will I. All right. And I'm going to try and edit those photos of what I can unsee into this video. So this way you guys would get an understanding of what I am actually talking about. As a matter of fact, I put it on my Instagram page. So you guys might know already, some of you. All right. Love to all. Have a great day out there. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Bye-bye.